Guys, before we start the stream, I want to have a moment of silence. That was for Chelsea. Welcome to another Armchair Gaffers live stream. Today's show is going to be... We're going to talk about loads of things, all right? I'm not by myself, by the way. I have got a behind-the-scenes Armchair Gaffer member helping me today. I'll bring him on shortly. The other Armchair Gaffers are just doing other stuff tonight. They wanted to be here. We tried to move the time around, but it just couldn't work with everyone's schedules and this impromptu announcement this morning from the government regarding Chelsea. But with everything going on, with Chelsea being sanctioned, with Chelsea being sanctioned, with the Champions League last night, with everything that's happened these last 24 to 36 hours, I just thought we had to do something for you guys. We couldn't wait till the weekend because the way things are moving so fast, who knows what we'll be talking about. Before we get going further, I'm going to introduce my guest tonight, who is actually, believe it or not, a large part of the Armchair Gaffers. He does all our behind-the-scenes stuff. If you watch the 1v1s and Final Third and other things, you hear me shouting at Chris. Well, today we have the infamous Chris joining us. So I'm going to bring him in right now.
Chris? Hello, welcome. Hello, guys. My name's Christopher. Yeah.
Chris, no one asked you.
Wow.
Jesus fucking Christ, Chris.
It's been a dream to be on here, like my mum, we made it. Like
fuck off. So guys, today's show, we're gonna start off with none other than Chelsea, because it's all going off. It's all going off. We're getting sanctions left, right, and center. And the first thing I want to know to you, Chris, and to the viewers is, do you think it's right that Chelsea are being punished for Putin?
No, but in a way.
Chris, you can't spell your own name. Chris to her.
I know. I didn't have time to change. Can we just put that down to Apple with it? But I think it's not right.
Sorry, but before we continue, Pum Pum Wizard, while you're on the stream, can you please spell Chelsea correctly, okay? So I'm gonna put it on screen so everyone knows how to spell Chelsea.
Pum Pum Wizard. All right, I'm finished.
Anyways, you're saying, Chris?
It's wrong. Chelsea are getting the ban that they're getting. It's not right. But at the same time, I do think that if there's an element of sports washing involved with the way Chelsea's been ran, then you know what? Why not? But again, we know through politics, England can't really go and stamp their authority on what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. So the best way to go about it is to go after somebody who is close to Putin.
Is it right though, Chris? Is what I want to know, because I'm not a Chelsea fan. Yeah,
ethically, it's not right, but it's just not right ethically. I think in terms of the way it's been conducted, but for Arsenal, Man United, and Tottenham, it's sensational. Great piece of news. It's right to them, but it is not right. No.
Do you know what I'm most scared of, Chris? Okay, we're gonna go through the sanctions. Yeah, that's my favorite word. Actually, that's my word of the month. Sanction. We're gonna go through the sanctions a little bit, but what I'm most scared of, is one day, me and Sheila decide to go on a little European getaway. Yeah. And we pull into our budget hotel, maybe Ibis Hotel, maybe a little Novotel. Yeah. And we share the hotel with the Chelsea team. Like, we shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't have that kind of privilege. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to bump into Chelsea players while I'm staying in my Ibis or in my travel lodge. Do you know what I mean?
You're getting into the lift and Kante just stops the door for you so you can get in.
Sorry, do you mind if I? Yeah. No, so what's happened to Chelsea? So they can't make any money. Okay? That's one of the sanctions that's been imposed. Yeah?
Yeah.
So they're not allowed to sell merchandise. They're not allowed to sell tickets.
That is
However,
painful.
however, they can still earn money through broadcasting. So that doesn't make any sense, okay? To me,
They don't know.
they are allowed to spend up to £20,000 per team for fixtures. So if you're traveling, whether it's you're traveling, catering, whatever,
20,000.
£20,000, £20,000. Okay, and
Mm.
that's for everything. And the thing is, apparently on normal fixture day, it costs Chelsea £30,000 to travel and whatnot. So how will they do that? Obviously, the players can chip in and make up the extra £10,000 between them. Everyone puts in like
Not
700
bad. Uh,
£700 each, and they can figure that out. But what I want to know is that what do you think, and you subscribers as well, what do you think the long-term effect of these sanctions are on
Sanctions.
Chelsea? I mean, will it be like 2000 and was it 2019, Chris, when they signed?
2018, 2019, when Frank Lampard took over. No, was it when Frank Lampard took over? I think it was. And they couldn't sign nobody.
Yeah. So do you think it'll be the same as that, or do you think this could be
Oh,
the
this is going to be
end,
worse. This is
the
going to
end
be
of Chelsea?
worse.
Yeah.
This is going to be worse for Chelsea because without not being able to sign anybody, you have to remember they got academy players. Academy players should get the contract to go, their first professional contract to go into the Chelsea team and become a Chelsea member. That's not going to happen anymore. They're probably going to lose a crap load of like academy players. Going to lose a crap load. I don't know how they're going to keep a lot of their players going till 2 seasons time, 3 seasons time without any contracts. A lot of players are going to be walking on frees. And with stuff like that, it's open season for a lot of Premier League teams. It'll be open season for teams like City, teams like the top six teams. Will be open season for them. A lot of the clubs around the world that love academy players, open season again because now they'll be able to pick off who they want from Chelsea or Chelsea, and
Just
nothing's gonna happen. And nothing can happen. I think it'll be like Leeds when I think it was Leeds that went down because they couldn't be sustained in the Premier League or something. And they just kept falling through the leagues. So we may see that, but I don't know how Chelsea can
who?
Chelsea, you know what I'm saying, man. Chelsea, I don't know how Chelsea is gonna be able to sustain whatever they've got right now. Because as somebody who's worked for Chelsea, as somebody who's been there, worked there before, I can say like it's a really well run business. Like you know where you're meant to be at each hour of the day. Like there is no slacking over there. It's just work in, work out.
Okay.
Now, and one drawing part about Chelsea for a lot of catering staff members, which I've been a part of, is they pay well. Was what I was getting at the time, which is which is decent money at the time as well. But that's not gonna be able to happen anymore, or that can happen, but probably won't. So it will long term definitely affect the way they're ran, quality of service in terms of the food they give out, the way the catering staff, not being able to sell merch. It's gone. I feel sorry for them. I really do. It is going to be
There's
a
a
painful
comment.
period.
There's a comment on screen from Mr. Senior Man Joseph Oki. He said the government are bluffing to show they're doing something. It's all PR by Boris. Now, those are thoughts that kind of echo what I think. Okay,
Mm,
um, it's like they gave Roman Abramovich a heads up. Yeah,
yeah.
when everyone else was getting sanctioned, they said Roman, you got some time to get your shit in order
Mm,
and get the sale through the window. Um, and then it's like now they've said, cool, we've given him his time. It didn't work. Now we have to really put our foot down. But if you ask me,
yeah.
the fact that they've given certain leniencies to Chelsea, i.e., this license to do something,
Yeah.
they're allowed to still, because it's like an institution. Guys in the comments, please help me. Chelsea is like a national treasure, a hidden secret, or whatever they called it. They're allowing them
Mm,
to continue. But if you ask me, um, what the government have done, they've come in really hard, really early. You know, it's like in a
mm,
football match. Yeah, you're like, lads, first 10 minutes, pump it long, okay? And that's what the government are
mm.
doing. They're just flooding the box, pumping it every single time. Centre back gets the ball. Boris Johnson has got the ball, and he's just
Sean Dyche, Brexit football.
Brexit balls, just pumping it long. And then after the
Oh,
first 5-10 minutes, then we ease off. And then what we're gonna see soon is the government backing down and making certain leniencies and allowing Chelsea to be sold because
Oh no,
apparently that
100%. There is probably a government member who's close to Boris who supports Chelsea and
hmm
is talking Boris's ear off right now. Like, Boris, please don't do this. You know I support them. Come on, Boris. And it will probably end up happening that not much will happen to Chelsea after this. But for now, if it is put in place, even till next year, January, for example, Chelsea will lose a hell of a lot of players. I don't understand how they will even be able to recruit players if they're not in the Champions League next
no no
season.
no 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 yeah, there'll be this isn't if you ask me
Yeah,
these sanctions aren't gonna last beyond the season.
but I do think that Roman Abramovich has either got to be the luckiest man alive or somebody in the government is giving him the greatest pieces of information ever. Because this will give him time to find somebody who wants to buy.
They're not allowed
And
to sell the club at the moment.
not at the moment, definitely, but I guarantee you'll be like,
Oh, this period here, yeah, I know what
this
you mean.
period. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
when
yeah.
like City had the whole like FFP thing where they broke financial fair play, they were gonna go to League One or League Two, and we were gonna watch them versus Wakeham and things like that, and
Yeah.
then nothing came of it. That's what will probably happen. Like it probably, like you said, Brexit, Sean Dyche football, pump it long, and everything will be fine all over again. But it will give Chelsea a little bit of a headache for now because not being able to make revenue, especially when they attract a lot of fans all around, it'll be hard. It'll be really hard for them to
Yeah.
make any money for now.
Yeah, now see me, I'm all about fairness. Like I don't care for Chelsea. Sorry, what?
Chelsea,
For Chelsea at all.
yeah.
But I do feel as if they're being treated unfairly.
No, they're definitely being
Um,
hard done by.
and I wouldn't like to see Chelsea not in the Premier League, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. I think
Yeah.
Chelsea is a. I always say it with like United that United's the biggest. Like anytime United come to town, they're always big. But we've same thing with Chelsea. Same thing with the top six, like top four clubs in the league. They're everybody's biggest game when they come to town. So
Yeah.
Chelsea not being there, especially for teams like Liverpool and Arsenal and even City, it will definitely be very like it'll be underwhelming because who comes in for Chelsea? Who steps up? Newcastle can't do it at the moment because they are still Newcastle, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah.
So they need to be Newcastle with the Rolly, but they're still Newcastle with that one fake Rolly
Oh,
that your uncle bought you in Turkey.
oh, that
So
one. Yeah, yeah.
the Casio, so Newcastle at the moment aren't ready to take Chelsea's place. It will definitely affect a lot of teams if Chelsea cannot
hmm
be in the Premier League at the moment.
Yeah. What I did like today from Chelsea is their response against Norwich. Don't know about you, but I watched the match just to see how the players responded to this news because apparently they found out this morning, just like the rest of us. Apparently, who knows? Yeah.
Mm.
And they came out all guns blazing against a very very poor Norwich side. They had to do it to kind of make sure they don't fall into that battle for for fourth spot. I think the
You know
worst
the
thing that hmm?
so you know the funniest thing is, yeah, I said when Chelsea went around and they were playing Club World Cup that while they were away, that was United's time to try catch up to them and see what they could do because United were like fourth at the time. That was their opportunity to try catch Chelsea and probably put the pressure on Chelsea. Did we do that? No, we don't. We do the opposite of succeeding, failing, and that's what we did. And Chelsea,
Chris, I don't like the way you always find a way to talk about United. Alex Bates asked a question who you support, Chris, and as you were now, Chris supports
United.
Manchester. Um, so yeah, I don't like the way you always find a way to talk about United. What comments do we have here? Let's just go through these comments. Roshan said, "Were you saying Sugar said also pre man can't spell his own name? That's for you,
Oh, let's not do
Christopher."
that. Let's not do that.
Um,
Let's not do
Pum
that.
Pum said Chelsea are finished. Don't know who he's talking about. But yeah, don't know. Never heard of this team Chelsea before.
Not me, bro. Maybe a PES
Um,
team, a team of Pro Evolution.
West London Blue. Is that what they were
West
called?
London Blues. Yep, that's it.
West London Blues.
I always found that
Um,
weird because they're in Southwest London.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know that until I went to work for them. I was like, this is Southwest London. Like, they're
Yeah,
saying West
Chelsea and
London.
Fulham. Yeah. It's a bit
Fulham
crazy.
Broadway.
Yeah. Joseph. Okay. Marcus Moore said the sanctions are a joke.
Sanctions.
I just think they're getting trigger happy with these sanctions. Like
Oh, 100%.
the, like I want to move on from this Chelsea stuff and get onto some other football stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like it's crazy. It's like if we suspect you of being friends with someone who's friends with Big Bad Vlad, then we're gonna give you some sanctions.
But you know, it is, again, England can't directly go and impose themselves on what's going on. So they have to go the opposite way and go the long way about it
You think
rather
so?
than go straight down. 100%. We can't go over there and say, hey, stop doing what you're doing. We
Yeah,
have to go, like,
yeah,
tell
they
your friend to
can.
tell him to stop doing what he's doing, please.
You know, England have got nukes. So they can talk to Russia and say, hey, stop this.
England have nukes, but in terms of when I feel like in terms of things like when we heard about combat and stuff, I don't think England have the smoke for Russia, especially with the fact that they actively do military training, and in the way that Russian people like they're ready to like move mad at any point.
Yeah.
So
Let's just
we're
hope
not ready for that
never.
smoke.
Let's hope it never gets that far.
Oh,
Joseph Oki has
hope
said
so.
another billionaire is going to buy them who got his money in a criminal way and it will be fine. You know what's crazy? Abramovich bought Chelsea like nearly 20 years ago now. He was like mad young. He
Yeah.
was like 30 something.
What was that? 2002 or one?
2003, he bought them, yeah?
What, a year
19
after I
years
was
ago.
born? Damn.
Huh?
So it's like a year after I was born.
Yeah. So
That's
it's a
crazy.
bit mad. Like he was only 30 something years old and he's a
It makes
billionaire
you wonder
already.
what he did for that money. It makes you wonder at 30 something, what was he really doing for that money?
Yeah, but you can do a lot of things, but like people don't get that kind of money.
You know them scenarios that your friends give you, the mad scenarios. What would you do for £1 billion?
Well,
That's what that's what it feels
yeah.
like at the moment.
Shikasa Resolve has said the sanctions will be reviewed in May. So as much as the defenders are leaving, they will probably get leeway to sign ballers. Thing for me is that Chelsea aren't allowed to make money. Like that's
That
crazy. And
will raise
also,
questions if they try putting a bid for Haaland at the end of the season or Mbappe at the end of the season. It will raise a lot of questions and bring them back into court. So Chelsea have to be under the radar about the way they do things in terms of signing people because it will raise a lot of questions. You didn't sell any tickets, no merchandise. You can't sign no new contracts at the time. Where did you get the money from? Roman Abramovich assets are frozen. It raises questions.
um, guys, we're gonna move on from Chelsea.
Just
Um, Chelsea. I've just seen this comment here, and Joseph Oki again said PSG deserves sanctions for like defending against Real.
it was a horror show.
It was disgusting.
It was nasty. I don't think I've ever watched anybody capitulate that quickly in my life.
I saw a lot of things in that game. And one thing I want to say before we get into Real Madrid about PSG is that Mbappe deserves better than this. Verratti deserves better than this.
Oh, he was smooth yesterday, but
Verratti is always smooth. Verratti and Mbappe deserve
did you see
better.
the disallowed goal where Mbappe did a little fade over Courtois? And that was
Yeah,
absolutely
he
dirty.
was way offside.
Oh, he was
Um,
way.
yeah,
So I don't know why he
but
looked back at the referee.
yeah, but aside from that though, Mbappe, I like the way the pendulum swings. You know, it goes
Yeah.
from Haaland to Mbappe to Haaland
Oh,
to Mbappe. Yeah,
Mbappe.
it's beautiful, and I find it strange how Mbappe has had such a bad world Euros, and he's come back like on smoke.
But that's what it goes to show. I think it's a mentality thing. Like when you look at some other people who've had bad Euros, they ain't really recovered. They ain't talking like how they used to. But Mbappe came back and is smashing it. So it's definitely got to be a mentality thing because certain people they ain't really performing right now.
No, you're talking about Marcus Rashford.
Oh yes, we're talking about Marcus Rashford. Yep, 100%.
I love the way, Chris. This is twice now. You always find a way to
I
get the talk.
indirected. I said somebody. You said
No, but we
the
all know who you're
name.
talking about. We all know who you're talking about. Oh, quickly, side note, everybody, and
Yeah.
to Chris as well. Do you think, Rashford gets into this current Arsenal team. It's been all over my Twitter feed and all of my Instagram feed
He's on
because
about Arsenal squad. He doesn't even get near the bench. He doesn't make it past the second row of a
well,
bench.
you say that, yeah, but oh shit, one sec, let me get rid of this. Hide. You say that, yeah, but like
Mm,
people online really think that Rashford walks into the Arsenal team, and thing is, I don't think that I'm qualified to give my opinion on that
yeah,
solely because I'm an Arsenal fan. And not
yeah.
only am I an Arsenal fan, you armchair gaffers know my views on Sir Marcus
On
Rashford.
Sir Marcus.
Sir Marcus of Rashford, first of his name, mother of dragons, slayer of
Feeder
whatever,
of the
feeder
underprivileged
of
kids.
children, yeah, writer of statements, PR team on Smash, and all of that, yeah.
Specialists.
So I don't really feel like I'm the best person to give my thoughts on Sir Marcus, yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, Chris, and I'm gonna ask you, viewers
Yeah.
at home or wherever you are, your thoughts on Marcus first and foremost,
First,
and secondly, would he get into the Arsenal team? And if so, who does he bench?
first of all, Marcus Rashford isn't a terrible player. It's just this season is terrible for him. And we could say it's down to multiple things. It's down to the injuries he's had, the recovery from the surgeries. We could say it's the Euros, but it doesn't change the fact Marcus Rashford is having a terrible season. This is piss poor. Like, this isn't Marcus Rashford at his second full season at United, smashing that goal against Celta Vigo or scoring 17 Premier League goals in a season. This is piss poor. Like, this isn't this isn't permanent. I don't want anybody to ever think that this is permanent with him. This is not permanent, but this is terrible behaviour from him. And the rumours coming out that he's not happy with the fact he's on the bench. I would ask him if I was Ralph, can you go watch your last performances and tell me that you should be playing in the team at all, or you should even be anywhere near the team. It's terrible. The whole performances have been bad. Atletico for me, I don't know how many times I wanted to smash my phone while watching the game. Poor. Only completed one dribble, had one shot on target, and I think that one shot was the one where he blazed it over the bar. And you're just there like, it's terrible. And everybody on Twitter saying that he deserves a chance. He should be. Stop talking. It's not it. Everybody and their dog knows Marcus Rashford has been poor this season. Next season will be make or break for Marcus Rashford on if he's really as good as we all think he is. I don't think he gets into the Arsenal team at all. In fact, I don't think he even really gets on the bench with the way he's performed for United in the last couple games at all. It's lackluster. It's poor. You could even say that he don't even get to training at the Arsenal ground sometimes the way he performs this season. I don't see him benching Martinelli. I don't see him benching Saka or Smith Rowe. In fact, I just don't see who he benches in that team at all.
Pepe.
Pepe's had brighter performances this season than Marcus Rashford in certain areas. I don't even think he makes it past Pepe personally.
I said Pepe
I
because Pepe actually doesn't start for Arsenal. He's on the
He
bench.
doesn't, but I don't even think Marcus even gets a seat next to him. So, like, I'm one of Marcus Rashford's biggest fans, but it has not been a good season by any measure at all. Everybody, like, how do you get this position by somebody who's meant to be playing on the opposite wing to you? How does somebody come from another club who is playing on the right wing come and lock down your position and you can't do nothing about it? That's an L. That is a serious L. Completely. He doesn't make that Arsenal team at all. In
Okay.
fact, he just doesn't.
Okay. Before I give my thoughts, still waiting for some more comments to come through.
Okay.
There's also been talk on Rashford not making the friendlies for England at the end of this month.
Oh, he's not. No way. National teams should always be whoever is the best player for their country from whatever league they're in should be in the national team. Marcus Rashford has done nothing to deserve a start at any of those games, be on the bench or even be in the conversation for the squad. It should always be whoever's playing the best deserves the games at national team. It doesn't matter your record or whatever. Whoever plays the best deserves the start and training and to get in.
Would you be
Marcus,
would you be
huh?
mad? Would you be mad to see Rashford at the World Cup this winter?
Yes, 100%. If he continues the performances from now up until then, why does he deserve to be there? Sorry. When Bowen's perform well, Sancho's perform well, you got people like Sterling who still find time to score goals in this season. You got people like even it's a stretch if you say that Foden on the wings is a bit of a madness compared to what Rashford's done. There's people ahead of Marcus Rashford right now who are performing well. Why does he get to walk into the squad? Why does he get to have a position going to the World Cup? It should always be the best players for their country at the World Cup, not mediocre players. Best. So he
Let's
doesn't get to go to the World Cup for me.
let's address some of these comments. So senior man Joseph, okay, it's not the injuries. He has always had this performance, but because he was scoring a goal here or there, it was not so obvious to see.
I
I
don't.
said this. I said this. All these goals for me came mostly off a counter attack or from a defensive lapse. There wasn't any like consistency or any quality for me.
He scored. I feel like that's. But
But
most goals
we
always.
move. We move. Haram Beats says, have we
Mm,
seen Rashford's best? If you ask me, the answer is very firmly yes. I think
I
he was that.
I pray not, but I remember 2017 or late 2016 when I said Rashford should go on loan, and I almost got chased out the barbershop for saying that. Like, I almost got chased out of a barbershop for that. But it was true. He should have, because now we're all complaining Marcus Rashford's not performing. Have we actually seen his ceiling? I'm scared if we actually have. Because where does that leave him? That would
I
leave him
personally
next to
believe.
Daniel James.
I personally believe that Rashford hasn't improved since he made his debut. I think he was hungrier when he was first coming through, and then
100%.
when he started to believe his hype, the performances didn't really match up. But like senior man Oki said, he was scoring goals here and there, so it kind of papered over the cracks. Guys, we're not meant to be talking about Rashford. We're meant to be talking about PSG and Real Madrid. We just
Yes.
quickly briefly. David Ade said Rashford Bowen is greater than Trashford. Harambe said I'm of the belief that Rashford would mash up La Liga though on an Adama one. I kind of agree with
Possibly.
that actually. Um, the difference. Oh, here we go. Cool. Back to PSG. Oh, but before we get there, Game Fanatics said the UK government should sanction Lukaku for every bad touch he's taken. Um, this is the kind of thing I'm very much for. Sanctions on players and the
Sanctions.
and their bad touches. But let's what is this? That okay, I just joined bag 6 goals and 5 aside today. I'll play for Chelsea for a selfie with Pernil Harder. What the fuck is that? Is that someone I don't know? What the fuck?
I don't even know who that was either.
David Addy, does Trashford start for West Ham? No. We're off Rashford now. To we're going back to
PSG.
PSG. Last season at Armchair Gaffers. Oh, by the way, guys, I've got 30 minutes and I gotta go. Max. Last season at Armchair Gaffers, I was in charge of keeping tabs on everything that was going on in Ligue 1. And so I watched pretty much every PSG game, and it was painful. When I tell you, yeah, it was so painful to watch. There was no cohesion. Um, there was nothing. There was Danilo Pereira. That's what there was, and it's got me so angry. Okay, so this season I said, guys, I'm not watching Ligue 1 anymore. I'm not watching
Mm.
PSG. I'm not going to put myself. I've got a choice. Yeah, I've got freedom of speech and freedom of actions. I don't have to watch this, so I didn't. They signed Messi.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I might actually want to watch this now because they got some big ballers. So
Why not?
why not? Believe it or not, PSG play worse now with all these superstars. Yeah, with
Mm.
Donnarumma, with Hakimi, with Marquinhos, with when Wijnaldum, with Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. They play worse now than they did last season with Danilo Pereira and Prince Kimpembe. I don't know how you can get worse.
I'll tell you how you can get worse.
Go on.
Shut cells. Like literally, PSG, I don't think they really understand that in order for you to win a Champions League, you don't always have to have superstars to do it. When you look at Chelsea last season, there weren't really superstars in that team. Bayern Munich, not real superstars. Like, but Lewandowski, yeah, superstar. When you look at like Madrid, for example, like yeah, sure, but they had people like Ronaldo. Once you got Ronaldo in your team, a prime Ronaldo, by the way, do you really need to do much? Literally, PSG falling apart. It's nothing. It's nothing new. Like it's actually nothing new. It's nothing under the sun at all. PSG have fell apart against Man United. They fell apart against Barcelona in a winning position. Like they've fallen apart so many times. You have to wonder: is it down to the mentality of the players because they've had different managers and still falling apart? Surely one manager would have came across and gone, "This is how we're going to play." I
I don't actually believe that PSG's goal is to win games. Because
at all.
if that was the case, they wouldn't sign some of the people that they sign. Um, I think there's like a PR machine kind of thing. Like I see more news about PSG, about things like opening this store in America and releasing a new kit and everything else more than I see football news. So I don't think that they plan on winning anything, which surprised me last night when I saw reports that the main guy Nasser El
El
whatever his
Neni.
name is, Nasser El Neni.
I think that's his name.
That's the player that plays for Arsenal.
Oh damn. Well, we tried.
Anyway, yeah. He had a meltdown because PSG lost. And
He
I'm
has
like,
every right.
oh,
He has
like
every right to have a meltdown.
no, you have every right to have a meltdown if your team lose. If your goal is actually for your team to win games,
But why would you hire
um,
Pochettino, though? Like that would be a very good question. Why would you hire Pochettino to manage your team if you want to really win?
and why would you also let go of Tuchel and Thiago Silva, who
I,
in the time have now won the Champions League over at Chelsea.
did you see Marquinhos' little flick yesterday in the
For which
box?
one? For
I think it was
Benzema.
Benzema's outside the foot.
Yeah, for Benzema.
It was
Yeah,
disgusting. What are you doing?
I saw that. I saw that. You know what I saw a lot of as well? I saw a lot of Lionel Messi trying to cut inside onto his left and just getting tackled. I saw a lot of Lionel Messi trying to run, yeah,
Yeah,
and moving at a very low velocity. I saw a lot of Lionel Messi walking around. Ah man,
for
you know what I saw as
me,
well? It's
mm,
gone.
it felt like a Lamborghini Urus, but with a Ford Fiesta engine. It was not great at all. It looked, when you got that one fast person in front of you where you try to do something real quick, but they've just got you. Like
Yeah.
it just wasn't good at all watching him, and it's like it's very nervy right now. Has he passed his best? Is this just
You know
like
what's
what is
crazy? Yeah.
it?
I for a long time I said to myself, when Messi gets old, he's probably going to play till he's like 40, because
Mm,
people didn't actually realize how much of a good passer he was. So I was like, when he loses his pace, which he wasn't very fast in the first place, but he had great acceleration and great dribbling. I said, when Messi loses his pace, he can just drop deeper and play that number 10 role
yeah,
properly, and just thread balls through balls over the top, slide balls in, and that would work, except he doesn't want to work. That's his
no.
thing. I've seen him closing down. And I'm like, let me see, are you even trying to win the ball back, or are you just like you amble towards a player in possession? Like, I don't understand
I
what
think
you're
everybody
doing.
wins the ball back for him, though. That's the problem. Like usually teams are geared to win the ball back for him, and PSG are just not like. If you see the way sometimes they defend with like three. Like the three attacking players don't actually defend. They just stand up top and watch everything happen below.
Yeah,
Neymar as well yesterday. It seemed like he couldn't go past somebody, or he couldn't go in a 50-50 and not just drop on the floor straight after
yeah,
a
it was very
50-50.
sad. There was a time in the game when PSG were winning 1-0 and they were retaining possession really well.
It was
And
amazing.
after it was amazing, but then after I got over the whole like, oh my gosh, you're keeping ball against Real Madrid, I realized that they weren't really keeping ball with any purpose. They were playing 3-5-2, and 5 yard passes in beautiful triangles and hexagons and octagons and dodecahedrons and everything. But
My
they weren't
problem
going anywhere.
is that's what I'm saying. Like my problem is with them and Pochettino is game management is very key to just winning a simple game like that. They were 1-0 up, I think 2-0 on aggregate. Why are they still playing the high line? Why are they still pushing up to the halfway line? If that was me, I wouldn't push up to the halfway line. I would stay where I am, by my goalkeeper, and just keep the ball there.
Yeah,
Anybody come near me and I can't seem to pass it, I'm just kicking it out for a throw-in.
that's it.
Like,
Let's go through these comments before we get into Real Madrid because that's what I really want to talk about. Italian league as well as I've been telling you for months. That's on David Ade. That guy Kenny, shout out that guy Kenny, long time supporter, long time armchair gaffer. You hear that Donnarumma and Neymar beef? I did not hear this,
Donnarumma would have folded Neymar.
but I'm not surprised. Things that for me is no surprise. David Ade again said, "What Chelsea spent nearly 200 million that season to get Champions League. They had to be stars in the team." I forget what that was a response to. John Supreme, never seen you comment before. If you're new to Armchair Gaffers, welcome to Armchair Gaffers. If you're not new to Armchair Gaffers, guess what? Welcome to Armchair Gaffers. PSG are just a fashion line. They are. They really are. I think the highlight of PSG's season every year is the release of their third kit, which this year was white and all right. I kind of like it. I don't buy football kits, but if I did, I would probably buy a PSG kit. You know what's
You need to
crazy?
buy one though.
I took the old lady to the Parc des Princes like years ago, like 2014, and so PSG has always been like our team. But now I don't want anything to do with them. Like
She ain't
I
even
really
asking like, oh, how PSG doing anymore?
no she does.
Oh,
Like yeah, like that's she always asks like how PSG doing, like what are they like when they lose, she's sad, but like I'm just anyway, that's a whole nother story. David Ellis said, yep, I saw the store open in NYC. It's a brand thing now. Yeah, PSG is just a brand thing because like they know about football.
they just don't have competition in their league, unfortunately. That's the problem.
But the thing is, I always say, cool. So PSG don't have competition in their league, and they're terrible in Europe, pretty much. Bayern don't really have competition in their league, but they're good in Europe. And when I posed that question to someone a little while ago, they said it's because each game they play is like a training game, so they get a chance to sharpen up against these easy teams,
That's
so that
true.
confidence is high. I didn't look at it like that, but that could be a thing. But why aren't PSG sharp like that? Anyway, let's see. Every single Champions League winner in recent history has had superstars starting in the final, but you also need balance, and PSG are incredibly unbalanced. Yeah, they've
That's
got too
it.
many. They've got too many big players.
It feels like FIFA career mode at PSG, like where you get a mad
Exactly,
amount of money.
exactly. David, who's been better, CPR7 or Messi? Also, this year going to be first Ballon d'Or without them winning.
Right for
No, what's his name? One
Modric won
Modric.
one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, but I get what you mean though. Who's been better? So Ronaldo's got 15 goals
I
and I
think it's
think
15, yeah.
30. Hmm?
I think so it is. I think it's 15.
Yeah, he's got 15 goals in 30 games this season, which is great. It's good numbers for anybody. To put that into
Yeah.
perspective, people are raving over Smith Rowe and Saka, and they've got I think 8 and 9 goals. So 15 and 30 is fantastic. It's only bad by the standards that Ronaldo himself has set. However, it's the quality of the goal he scored. I think there's only been like one or two real high quality goals. The rest have all been tap-ins that Ollie Watkins would have scored if he was in the Man United team. You got
I
to remember.
think between the both of them, actually, it's been very dark and it's been very stark a whole season for them. But I think Ronaldo again scoring that 15, the whole team has to work for Ronaldo to score. It can never be like Ronaldo just picks, like he can't pick up the ball anymore and just run and smash it from wherever
I had a friend of
anymore.
mine saying that Ronaldo should play off the left and cut in and shoot. I'm thinking like it's not 2014 anymore. You can't
Not
cut in.
anymore.
Yeah,
Defenders are a lot more like, I feel like a lot of defenders have clocked onto what he does. You don't
yeah.
really need to do much anymore against Ronaldo. Like, don't get me wrong, he'll still send me to the hospital by like sending me all different places, but he is just not Ronaldo of that prime anymore. You know that Ronaldo cutting off the wing, step over, and whack it. That's not him anymore.
Yeah.
So
He's not.
yeah,
He's not.
sure, he's an
He's
old
just
man now.
Ronaldo
It's
now.
old man Ronaldo.
Yeah, I
Nothing new.
think who's been better this year, Messi or Ronaldo? I'd say we haven't really seen Messi because he's playing in Liga, and we see Ronaldo every day. So I'm gonna say Ronaldo has been better. Oh, Chris, where you going? Oh, you're back.
Sorry,
I'm
I
gonna,
fell off.
that's
Yeah,
cool. I'm gonna say Ronaldo's been better just
I
because
think
I'm
it
tired of
is.
seeing Messi walk around the pitch. This year's Ballon d'Or, who should win it? This will probably take us over to our next subject, which is Real Madrid and
Ah,
Big Baller Benzema.
big
Uh, who should win this year's Ballon d'Or?
For me, it's between Benzema and Lewandowski. I don't think anybody else is really in conversation.
I had to talk about this today with one of my friends, and I said that sorry, yesterday night actually, and I said that Lewandowski will probably get it because he's already got 42 or 41 goals this season in all
Yeah,
comps, and I think they feel like they owe him twice. They owe him for the year that it was cancelled due to coronavirus, and they owe him for last year when Messi won it,
yeah.
when he had no right to even be in the
And
top
they gave
10.
him that flatbread like trophy thing, like that flatbread
Yeah,
trophy. Yeah, it was
yeah.
terrible.
So I think because of that, they'll give it to Lewandowski. If you guys observe Armchair Gaffers frequently, you'll know that I'm a big Benzema fan. So I'd give it to him
I
just
won't
because,
lie. I actually, when I was younger, was not rating Benzema, but I
of
realized
course,
Ronaldo makes everybody not
worse.
look. Yeah, he just
Let me
makes
tell you
everybody look like
something.
they're
Let
not
me tell you
working.
something. Yeah, Benzema had to play with Raul. Yeah,
Yeah,
second fiddle. Had to play with Gonzalo Higuain, second fiddle. Had to play with CPR7, second fiddle. Okay. When these people left, when all of them left, Benzema said, "Oh, Florentino Perez, Senor Perez, is it my turn?" He said, "Yes, Karim, go." And he went forth and he multiplied. Okay.
no,
I'm gonna say this now for like the 15th time. Florentino Perez said that Karim Benzema is a perfect amalgamation of Zinedine Zidane and R9. Okay, and if you watch him play, you realize that Karim Benzema is a perfect amalgamation of Zinedine Zidane and R9. He's the real deal.
he's bloody exciting on the ball. I'll give it to him. Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
exciting to watch. I don't think like that excitement. It's just it's not hard to come by now in terms of new strikers, but he's just so exciting. Like he'll drop back, drop a shoulder, look for who to pass it to, pass it, make that run, get somewhere, do a little link up, and he's just so exciting because he moves around the pitch. He doesn't just hog the like the in front of the goal. He moves around, and you just don't really get that with a lot of strikers nowadays. It's weird.
No, you don't. You don't. You don't. He's the modern number nine. Um, as Bet said, probably live up to now, but I think the Ballon d'Or gets decided after the World Cup, right? I'm not sure. I think Ballon d'Or is in like November times, and the
Yeah.
World Cup starts November 18th. So they might want to postpone it. I'm not too sure about that. Z West, forget the Neymar documentary. We need a Benzema documentary. I agree with that. If you guys follow Benzema on Instagram, if you don't, you need to. He's just an inspirational man. He's just a man that makes you want to go out and just fulfill your life to its full potential.
Makes you
David
want to
Addish,
grind.
exactly. David Addish said, I disagree. Ronaldo has played. What the fuck spelling is that? Can you see the spelling?
Oh,
David
God, I
Addish.
just got that's a
Yo, David
flat
Addish,
eight.
please sort out your
Flat
spelling,
eight.
bro. Fuck my life. Ronaldo has
That's so...
played more games than Saka and Smith Rowe. Also, Saka and Smith Rowe have 8 goals in the league alone. CPR7 ain't been good. He's on pens and free kicks. The free kicks don't count because he hasn't scored one for like 30 years, I think.
But we're asking
But
between Messi and Ronaldo, so the whole Saka thing is a bit interesting.
no, I did mention Saka and Smith Rowe because I said
Yeah.
the fact that they've got 9 goals and that's good. He's got 15 goals, but that's we don't class it as that good, but it is good.
Yeah.
Forgot about Salah. Salah and Lewandowski going to win it, depending on if Liverpool win the Champions League. I think that's pretty much a certainty. Whoever wins the Champions League has to be
Always wins,
favorite.
bro.
Yeah, for the Ballon d'Or. David Addy said, "Yep, they owe that man," in reference to me saying they owe Lewandowski for the years that they didn't give it to him. As Bates said, it's going to be someone on the World Cup winning squad. Lower and Salah aren't winning it. Except the thing is, I think it might be decided before the World Cup goes ahead. David Addy said Benzema's cold. R9 and Zidane's love child. I feel like from his time at Lyon, Benzema's just been learning and refining his craft to the point that where he is now. And I think all the years playing second fiddle to the overweight Gonzalo Higuain really made him who he is today. And playing second fiddle to Ronaldo and Bale made him who he is now. Waza11. Never seen this commenter before. If you're new to Armchair Gaffers, welcome to Armchair Gaffers. If you're not new to Armchair Gaffers, guess what? Welcome to Armchair Gaffers. Whoever goes furthest in the UEFA Champions League will probably win it. Facts. Guys, I'm gonna wrap the show up like very shortly, okay? Because I'm thirsty, mad thirsty. Yeah. Ora best. Ora Betse. Ora Betse. Never seen you before on Armchair Gaffers. Welcome. If you're new to Armchair Gaffers, welcome to Armchair Gaffers. If you're not new to Armchair Gaffers, guess what? Welcome to Armchair Gaffers. This Salah talk has to end. Ever since the Wolves game at the end of the year, he's just been good. Nothing special. Benzema, Lewa, even Mbappe and Vlahovic have been better since December. Very important to remember that the Ballon d'Or is based on your calendar performance, not your
Yeah,
season performance. That's right, isn't it?
I think so.
It's like,
Actually, yearly
yeah, it's like the
performance.
best player of this calendar year. So, Ora Betse has a very good point there. Guys, I'm gonna bring this live stream to a close. Thank you for joining. Chelsea are in
Chelsea.
disarray. Chelsea are in utter disarray. It's funny though, before we go, that Man City qualified for quarterfinals and no one said anything.
It's just expected, I think, nowadays. Like now, it's just expected. And plus,
Yeah,
I'm playing Porto too, Sporting too. So
and they were winning. They were winning 5-0. Sorry. Sorry. Our best day said, "When's Football Manager happening? We still out here." So basically, I hadn't played Football Manager for like 2 weeks up until this afternoon, and I just lost the preseason friendly to Sevilla. So I need to go back to the drawing board and sort some stuff out. But I'll probably do a live stream in a couple of weeks, guys, if I'm honest with you, because I need to learn how to play the game properly. So much things I don't know. But it's happening. Just stay patient.
Millwall.
Let's say no one likes us, we don't care. Yeah, so where was I? Chelsea in utter disarray, being sanctioned all the time. We have PSG who are out. You know what's weird? I wanted PSG to do good for Mbappe. But who do I love more, Benzema and Modric or Mbappe? It's a tough one. Mbappe's black, so obviously I'm going to love him. But Luka Modric and Benzema are my guys.
But you're
So
witnessing one of the best midfielders and one of probably the best strikers of an age. So,
yeah, I watched. Sorry, I know some going needy down, guys. I watched Madrid play in the weekend against Real Sociedad, I think it was. Yeah, it was. And the midfield was Modric, Camavinga, and Casemiro. And I said, wow, this midfield is going to tear PSG apart come Wednesday. And then Wednesday came and it was Modric, Cruz,
Cruz and
and
Valverde.
Federico Valverde. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? Apart from Cruz, because Cruz is finished, in my opinion. Valverde, Modric, Casemiro, Camavinga, their midfield is stacked. Like they can play any three of those and they'll be all right. Even without Modric, in my opinion. Yeah, and David Addy just said that Isaac was trash that game. Arsenal should not sign him. Yeah, between him and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, please sign neither if you get a chance, Arsenal. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you for taking part. Chris, hang about and end the stream because we're gonna have a quick chat as well off camera.
Problem.
But yeah, no, everyone that's been here, let's go through the comments real quick. David Ade, Mer, Pum Pum Wizard, Toria B, Alex Bates, Success Resolve, Roshan, Haram Beats, Joseph Oki, David Ade again. I think that guy, Kenny, John Supreme, Zwest, Waza, or best. Everybody, thank you for taking part in the stream and commenting. I'm gonna try and do more of these more often. With or without help. Sometimes it might be just me talking shit for an hour. Who knows? Again, guys, thank you very much and go with Christ. All right. Peace out.